There has never been a better time than now to create the life that you actually want to live. You're not stuck. You just perceive that you're stuck. You believe that you're stuck. Any belief that you have is not the highest truth. When you choose to let go of all your beliefs about this existence and about your potential, then you get to live in your highest timeline. And so, where are we going to go? I think we'll go out and see the horsies, but I don't know if I want to go this way. Let's see. I'm here in Italy right now, living and volunteering on this horse farm, which is so amazing, and I get a little camera shy, so let's go. Okay. So, a little over 1 year ago, I realized that I was not happy. I was trying to convince myself that I was happy. I don't know where the horses are, because I also have to grab a horse right now. Oh, they're over there. I had a beautiful home. I lived in California. I saw the ocean when I woke up. I got to go to a fancy gym. And I wasn't rich or anything. I was definitely struggling to live that lifestyle. But from an outside looking in, it was like I had so much to be happy about. And I was grateful, but those are different. You should always find gratitude in your day-to-day. That's what will help you move through. We have only 3 members of the herd, but that is the horse that I need, and I should have grabbed a halter. So I'm not gonna go all the way over there because I will have to go grab a halter down at that stable. But we can chit chat right here. So you might want to get out of your current reality. You might feel like you're stuck and you don't know the way and there's something more for you, but you're not sure. You're not sure how to make the money doing what you love, how to travel the world, have the wonderful friendships that feel soul fulfilling, love that truly lights you up and makes you feel free and seen and accepted. But you're in this timeline where that's not all completely available to you. Maybe some of it isn't. You're on your way though. You're watching this video because you're on your way. You clicked on this because you intuitively know that you are ready for this next step. So, we really are shifting into a new consciousness on Earth. You can see it. You can see that people are starting to wake up to their purpose and their reason for being here, and that they don't have to live this controlled life where they're just told that they have to work until they die, that you get to retire one day. Maybe the money that you make from your retirement or in your retirement won't even be able to support you with how things are looking financially in the world, but that's the goal. Work so hard so that one day you can retire when you're old and you don't get to enjoy it as much as you would right now, wherever you are in your life. And it's all available to you right now. So because there are infinite timelines, infinite possibilities happening right now within the quantum field, every single thing is possible because it's already happening. It's not like you're creating it and, and then working towards it and you have to grab it. It's in the future. It's no. It's happening right now. Time and space are not real. It's happening at this moment. How exciting is that to know that the version of you that has every single thing that you want is happening right now. They already exist. All you have to do is use your free will, choose to go towards it, and then not believe in anything that is not of the highest truth. And so you start to see things that are oh, this feels like lack. Oh, this feels like unworthiness. Oh, this feels like fear. Oh, this feels like things that are not of the highest truth. What is the highest truth? The highest truth would be that you are unconditional love and infinite abundance, that you are this divine spirit having this human experience, and that you chose to be here to go through this process of evolution and this process of forgetting who you are so that you could go on a journey of remembering who you are, so that we can bring that thing that we remember, that remembrance of the highest truth, that source energy, through your human experience and help with this shift on earth. Dolores Cannon went through a process of hypnotizing. Yes, for sure. Hypnotizing, it's not even what I want to say, but it's the simpler version of it. Many people. And what the conclusion was that came out of like the interview process that she did while they were in this state was that we're here to support Earth in this shift of consciousness as we're moving into the new Earth energy, whatever you want to call it, this new level of awareness, this new level of remembrance, this heart space energy. Your soul came here for a reason. If you don't feel fully fulfilled, it's because you're not fully in alignment with your highest potential, with your soul's reason for being here. Your soul's reason for being here doesn't have to be anything scary. So that's the thing, is the subconscious wants to keep you safe, not happy. Anything that's unfamiliar can be labeled, and most likely will be labeled, as unsafe. So we will not move towards the thing that we truly want because our subconscious tells us that it's not safe. And so it's not just like I'm saying, choose and then you will have. Write it on a piece of paper and put it in your pillow and it is yours. No, that's not it. Unless you do that and there's no resistance to it, then yes, it is yours. But most likely, if you really want it, the fact that you really want it is what creates resistance to it, because that makes it something that is outside of you and unfamiliar to you and unsafe to you. Therefore, your subconscious and your field will create reasons and potential or perceived realities that are not in alignment with you having it. So you also have to focus on those limiting beliefs on the subconscious and work through those patterns that are anything but in alignment with the version of you who has everything that they want. How do we do this? Well, awareness. Number one, that's why meditation is very, 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 very important. When I made my video the other week, I don't know, time and space are just wild right now. Why you shouldn't meditate. It's not that you shouldn't meditate. It's that you shouldn't just meditate to meditate, but also you want to bring it through. And I think it does often happen naturally. Bring it through in your day-to-day. You want to notice where everything is coming from within your subconscious, within your field, within your ego, within your truth. You know, where are you speaking from in conversation? Are you speaking from searching for validation and worthiness? Or are you speaking from a place of authenticity? Are you speaking from fear of being rejected? Or are you speaking from your heart? Are you, are the situations in front of you happening in order for you to choose to either lean into knowing the truth or believing in the unconscious? Like, you have to start to bring awareness around what is happening in your reality and realize that it's all happening for you. And then as you choose to live this life that you truly want, you will start to see the subconscious creating these realities, and you get to work through those. EFT tapping is one of my favorite things to do to rewire the mind, the subconscious. And so you would say, like, if you're moving towards, you want to move to Italy, and you are living in California, and then you have this new thing that is created, like a health condition. This is good. I had a friend who was going to, and is now in the process of it again, but was going to leave. Like, she had talked about wanting to leave California for so long and go travel the world. And then as soon as it became time to go travel the world, she got shingles, and like shingles all over her body. And so it appeared that one of the potential reasons that happened was because the subconscious was trying to keep her safe from this unfamiliar reality, because she grew up with a Christian background and her family really wanted her to have a certain kind of lifestyle, find a husband, go to church, not explore other kind of spiritual practices like yoga and even meditation, and like just not live this unconventional lifestyle that her soul is being called to. And so all these reasons were in her subconscious of why it wouldn't be safe. She would be rejected, she would be isolated, she would be, maybe making a horrible mistake and going to hell. Like, so there were all these reasons. And so for her to have this like incredibly significant physical reaction when it came time to actually go for what she wanted, it seemed like, yeah, it could have been because the subconscious was trying to keep her safe and not go down that unfamiliar path. So then you would, like, if that were to happen to me, which it does in other ways, then I sit with it and I do some EFT rounds and I say, like, even though I'm feeling somewhat fearful of what could happen if I step into this unknown, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And that's your setup statement. It's always, even though I blah, 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 I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And so, hi babies. And so that's what we would do. It's also, you know, that's another part of really bringing awareness into how everything could be related. And if it feels like it's in your way from living the life that you want, then you can definitely work with it. But sometimes you have to go deeper and you have to be really honest with yourself. Like when I look at my history with chronic illness and then I look at my childhood and I look how the times where I felt like I received the most nurturing was when I was sick, I created a story that I, you know, needed to be chronically ill to receive love and affection and nurturing and to be safe. That felt like being safe. And so we have all these stories of unconscious beliefs that we create in this human experience. And so in order now to shift into this wonderful, optimal, highest potential timeline, you just have to start bringing awareness and choosing to just know in the truth and no longer believe in the unconscious. And there's many, many ways to do this, but we talked about a few in here. So I hope that this supports you in your human experience. I'm gonna go grab a halter, grab Wince, which is the middle horse there, but also I'm gonna talk about Ladybug for a little bit. So Ladybug, if you know, you know. I'm gonna go a little deeper in it though. So we've raised almost 2,000 euro in like 3 days, I think. And I just wanna say from the bottom of my heart, of my existence, thank you so much for all of you who've donated, who are so quick to donate and so quick to care about Ladybug and your generosity. It's eye-opening to me. I've never fundraised before, not like this. I've never started a GoFundMe, and I am really grateful that you guys care so much about another living being like this. Ladybug is the horse that I've connected with most my entire time of being on this horse farm. And I got here in May, right? I think in May. And I was just going through it. I was retriggered. I had family visit me, and right after that I came straight here. And I was like, I just want to run away. I just want to keep driving in my van and just keep, you know, traveling and seeing, and maybe I will work through it there. But the only way out is through. And so Ladybug would stand with her head over the fence looking at my van in the morning, and I'd be like, I feel so called to like go hug this horse. So I'd hug her and she'd hug me back, and then she'd nibble me, and then she'd hug me, and she's playing with me, and she was bringing me back into my body. And there were so many accounts like over this period of time of being here where I just felt like I'd be moving through something. Hello. And I'd be like, I want to go see Ladybug. And she, you know, she held me while I cried. She just like meditated with me, like where I would just pet her. There's a lot of flies now. Pet her on the face, and we would just like be there for an hour, just like in this other realm together. And she has wobblers, and so she, I know we've talked about this, but she's past the point of being able to treat it. If you catch it early on, sometimes you can treat it. Hello. Oh, well, hello again. Wincy, I'm gonna grab you in a second. You go down there, that would make it much easier. Hello, Rafi. How we doing? The Ladybug's down there, but a lot of people are here right now. A lot of van lifers came yesterday, so I don't really want to be recording down there. But she has wobblers, right? And so it's past the point of treating it. If you catch it early on, like in a baby who's born with it, there is treatment that can make it so that they can have a healthier lifestyle. But the owner, who was who is trying to decide what to do with Ladybug. I don't know like how much of his personal life I want to give, but he's someone who's just, he's in jail right now. He has made certain human life choices that are, maybe not so soul aligned. And now it's starting to rain. Hopefully that means less flies for a second. And so he wanted to sell her to the meat industry because she hasn't been able to give birth or get pregnant. We've been trying to breed her with the stallion here, and she hasn't gotten pregnant. She has one more cycle that we can try with. And then, she's supposed to go to the meat industry and be slaughtered and turned into meat, which is like heartbreaking. And then as soon as we told him that there's an anonymous buyer, me and you guys, he raised the price to $9,000. And my dad is a horse person. The people here are horse people. And we know that price is ridiculous. Like, that's not what she would sell for. And so I'm trying to decide what to do, what to offer, and how to get her out of this situation. Because if he doesn't have to disclose that she has wobblers. And he could sell her to another breeder or to a breeder and say, she has a jumping bloodline, she's great, 9,000, she'll make babies for you all day, every day. And then they'll find out that she has wobblers, and they'll probably send her to the meat industry. Or if she gets pregnant and can't have babies, then her body will just deteriorate and she'll suffer and die really, really quickly. Or those are the two things, really. Or she gives birth to a baby with wobblers and that baby suffers, or then they find out that she has wobblers from that and they then sell her to the meat industry or just euthanize her and the baby. And so the horse industry is so intense. It's so intense. That's why when I talk about my dad being in the horse industry and being a breeder for race horses, it's like I really try to note that they are not like other breeders, because they're not. They love their animals not too much, because there's never too much love, especially for animals, but they always say in the contract that if their racehorse like retires or gets injured, like they'll take them back and they'll live out their life on my dad's farm. And for most racehorses, after they retire, they're just like beaten to death, killed, sold to the meat industry. It's like they dedicate their whole life to being this like performer and slave, and then they're just they're murdered. And we have our free will. We have our ability to speak and to choose and to have this wonderful human experience, but most animals don't. A lot of animals have a lovely life, domesticated, living on loving farms, but so many animals do not have that. And I think that it feels really soul aligned to talk about that right now, because that's like my greatest passion and always has been animals. And it just breaks my heart thinking about how they're treated in the meat industry for all animals. But we'll just stick with Ladybug right now, and one at a time we can work on making a change. But Ladybug has an insect-borne illness like I did with Lyme disease, and her condition that she has right now, so she had West Nile, and so it was potentially wobblers was caused from that. And so to me, I can see and I feel really connected with her that she's no less deserving of living because of her condition that she developed from a tick or an insect-borne illness. And she is so lovely, so independent, so empathetic, so smart, so unconventional. She's always out in the fields that she's not meant to be. We caught her yesterday with all the other horses as the leader, having them all eat the expensive hay, because she's probably like, oh, I'd rather do that. Like, that sounds nice, and just went and did it. And so I love her for that. I love how free-spirited and free-thinking she is, and we want her to live out her life here and be happy and eat grass and eat hay and break the rules. And I can ride her is what the owner of this farm said, and she can ride her, but we would never put someone else on her because she could become unstable, but she could live a really, really good life here. and that's what I want for her. So I'm still raising money. Right now I have it at $3,000, and I'm going to meet with the owner here. I mean, we talk every day and see each other every day, but like specifically sit down and let's say, like, what are we going to do about this? What are we going to offer, and how are we going to just get her out of this situation and make sure that she doesn't have to live a life of suffering or just go to the meat industry and be slaughtered. So thank you so much for your donations. I really, truly appreciate it. And I'm really happy to be doing this. And I feel like this is just the beginning of something really, really beautiful. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And I will see you in tomorrow's video. If you like this one, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you are new here. Leave a comment if you feel called to do so. If you don't know what to say long live Ladybug. And I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.